We are in the post show of Home Gadget Geeks, found at theaverageguy.tv. I'm here with Paul Braren from tinkertry.com. And Paul, I know you got some tips for us after the show. What do you have for us?
I do. During the show, we talked about virtualization and securing your Wi-Fi when you're on the road. That might be Android, iOS, or even Windows Phone. So when I publicly present on those sort of topics, how do you show them to a room full of people? How do you show iOS 7 or Android or even Windows Phone to a room full of virtualization or any other enthusiast, or even you're a teacher and you want to show a room full of people? Well, maybe you don't have an Apple TV or AirPlay or Chromecast or any of that stuff. Maybe all you got is a typical 1024/768 projector and a laptop. That's a much more typical config, right? If you present or try to train people or a classroom, that's all you got. So what do you do? Well, that's what this article is about in this tip, and that is how to display your iOS and Android devices on Windows using Reflector and Droid at Screen. Those are the two apps. So this article gets you through, and what do you know? You pay a little bit of money on Windows, surprise, surprise, $12.99. Droid at Screen is free, but a little more setup. Also not really a shocker. But, you know, well, at each of these projects under Windows, you're going in about 5 minutes. As long as your iOS device is on the same network as your laptop, that's all you need. And it seems like it's using Bonjour, or it's using direct network connection and getting your laptop to look like something you're AirPlaying to. So if you're familiar with how iOS looks, you just swipe from the bottom, you say AirPlay, and you pick your PC, and boom, now everyone in the room is looking at many frames a second, like 20, 30 frames a second of iOS device. Nexus 7, for instance, an older, cheap, under $200 Android device, is a little herky-jerkier because it's using it's actually using a USB cable, and you're only getting like 4 frames a second. And then finally, the best one of all, kind of a surprise, Project My Screen app. If you have the latest version of Windows Phone, let me share this out to you and show you live. It's pretty awesome. It blows the doors off of both Android and iOS. Why? Because it's fast, okay? But also you can see where my finger is touching the screen right now. How cool is that? So if you got a room full of people, Android and iOS, no one has any idea where you're touching. They're just seeing the video. But on Windows, for free, you download Project My Screen app from Microsoft, and you hook up the USB cable like I have hooked up right now to my laptop, and it's just awesome. You can play full screen, you know, Netflix streaming video, and the thing keeps up. In fact, if we look at the help screen here, I'll just end this tip with all of these have tweaks. You can rotate the phone sideways, you can scale them, all sorts of bells and whistles, but you don't have to. And let me just show you one tweak I kind of can't resist, and that's frame rate. We are getting 43 frames a second broadcast to you. Now Google Plus is probably slowing that to make it a little herky-jerky, but on my local laptop to my eyeballs, it's very fluid. So that was my tip, Jim. How do you project pretty much any old mobile app or anything you have in your pocket to a room full of people? Thank you, Jim.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thank you for doing that on Home Tech Tips. You can find more quick tips just like this one and subscribe to it as well. We have it available both audio and video out at theaverageguy.tv. Thanks for listening.